I think people are taking this emotional support animal crap a little too far. Just when you thought you saw it all, you didn't. Especially in this day and age when there's 96,000 different genders. And who knows what else? God knows what else. American Airlines passengers shock as traveler takes miniature horse onto flight. Yeah. I've seen in the news emotional support turkeys, geese, I don't know, Tasmanian devils. This is a first for me to see a miniature horse. I think people are taking this emotional support animal crap a little too far. I could see maybe a small dog, maybe even a cat. This is just crazy. Evanoac City noticed the animal, which had been brought aboard on a fellow traveler while flying on a service from Chicago to Omaha. He posts this on Twitter, which showed the horse calmly sitting near the front of the airplane in an airline seat, aisle seat. He added, at this time, we'd like to begin boarding with any active duty military, families, traveling children under the age of 3, and horses. Another passenger, Emily Babbage, also spotted the animal check-in, tweeting, there was a small horse in the line at the airport today. I'm so curious about it. The horse was later to be called Flirty and even has its own Twitter and Instagram account. Of course it does. There you go. Oh, God. They wrote, Flirty and I took to the skies yesterday. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. Flirty was fantastic and handled it all like a pro. That being said, I'm going to keep traveling by car. It's just easier on Flirty. Flying will be reserved for emergencies and such. Dad, it's just too difficult to make sure Flirty doesn't inconvenience other passengers. Because my airport is smaller, the planes are smaller, and don't have solid bulkheads, Flirty couldn't help jostling seat of person in the last row of first class every time she moved. Once we got up to cruising altitude, she took a nap and was very quiet. She had to rebalance quite a bit while ascending and descending, kept bumping the back of their seat through the curtain bulkhead. So here's the ADA, according to the American Disabilities Act. It says a service animal is classified as one which is individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of an individual with a disability, including physical, sensory, psychiatric, intellectual, or other mental disability. This can include assisting individuals who are blind or have low vision or navigation and other tasks, alerting individuals who are deaf and hard of hearing to presence of people or sounds, providing nonviolent protection or rescue work, pulling a wheelchair. I'd like to see a horse pull a wheelchair. Assisting an individual during a seizure, alerting individuals' presence of allergens, retrieving items such as medicine or the telephone, like a helper monkey. I don't know. Helping individuals with psychiatric or neurological disabilities by preventing or interrupting impulsive or destructive behaviors. This is not the same as the emotional support animals, which are not trained for any specific tasks. Instead, the job of emotional support animals is to be present for their owner's well-being, especially to help with anxiety or depression. And then there's the happy crew with the horse. And it says, here's a great picture of the American Airlines stewardess of the flight crew of American Airlines. They were fantastic and kind of very excited to see Flirty on their flight, even as pilots come out to say hi. Hopefully they were on the ground and not flying. American Airlines say trained miniature horses are permitted on flights as service animals. I'd like to see a Clydesdale on there. In mid-August, the U.S. Department of Transportation announced that miniature horses were still allowed to fly as service animals in all cabins of commercial planes, in a statement aiming to define the guidelines regarding protections for emotional support and psychiatric service cats, dogs, and tiny equines. You said tiny. We'd get a tiny Clydesdale. I'm not going to see that. Announcement didn't bind airlines to fly all service miniature horses by law, but did allude to penalties if carriers violated the new rule, WWJ reported. The Department of Transportation had not banned mini horses previously. According to the American Miniature Horse Association, good God, there's an association for everything. The animals often stand between 2 and 3 feet tall and weigh between 150 and 250 pounds with an average lifespan of 30 years. Where'd you go? I like this before I go on. At what point does the insanity stop? It doesn't. Last year, Southwest Airlines also announced it would allow miniature horses as service animals onto flight. However, Delta Airlines has banned any emotional support animals on flights over 8 hours. Whoa. Sun Online Travel has contacted American Airlines for comment. Story, okay. So there you go. I think that one comment down there encapsulated with this. When is this insanity going to stop? I mean, emotional support, tiny horse, miniature horse. This is just too much. But I guess this is what it is. When you can have 96,000 different genders, you could be a force-spirited, fairy dust mopper, goblin cruncher, whatever the hell. This is what you expect when everyone has to accept this. Now, apparently the horse didn't act up and it did what it was supposed to do. However, have you ever seen a horse pee? If you've ever been on a farm, you've seen a horse pee, or some sort of other barnyard animal as big as this one or even bigger. They pee a lot, so I don't know. Apparently this one didn't pee on the flight, but if you can imagine, they pee gallons. But regardless, this insanity will not stop. And it won't, because people just figure, well, it's not going to affect me. Why should I care? Well, at some point, someone's going to have to stand up and go, you know what? Let's shut it down for a second, try to reevaluate all this bull crap. I think a tiny horse on an airplane, in my opinion, is bull crap. I'm sorry. I could see a small Shih Tzu, a small cat, maybe even a parrot. I can imagine emotional support parrot, sure. Emotional support, a peregrine falcon? No. Bald eagle? I don't think so. This is just, I don't know. If this doesn't encapsulate the sign of the times, then I don't know what does. As allowed.